guys, welcome back. We are still down here on this big ranch project. We have a bunch of loose ends all over the place waiting on some supplies to show up, shipping and delivery, and just getting the product. It's kind of slowing us down, but we're keeping busy with some other stuff. We got some trenches to dig, and there's a number of piles of firewood spread out all around this property. We're saving some of the good stuff. Stuff's a little bit too big to go through the chipper, and getting a bunch of stumps. There is a bunch of dugout stumps all over this property, so we're gonna go gather those, and we got to do we're gonna bury the treasure, aka the stumps. So let's go grab the 12 so we can gather up all these loose ends. I wonder if other brands have these, what do you call it, bleeder valve thing on it, so that you can pull it, release it in the casing in the back, so that hooking up these is not a problem. I like how Andrew got that new 12. I mean, you can even use this. Take a look at this. Cut this. Alright, we're all done with that section, we think. Went through and picked up as much old firewood that we cut up that nobody ever did anything with, and she just wanted it chipped up. The stuff, it's worth something as firewood, but it's just so crooked it'd be a pain in the butt. So like I said, we did save some of the good stuff. Haas, old V-belt, loves that stuff. It's like his crack cocaine. I don't know if you could say that on here or not, but we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna start trenching a ditch. I'll go over there and show you that once I grab something out of the cooler here. The guy at the gas station this morning, he was like, "You going fishing?" Not quite. So Austin and I went and picked this trencher up probably 4 years ago. The guy, quote, went through it top to bottom, and then we tore it all apart and redid a bunch of crap, and then my uncle's done a bunch of stuff to it. This is actually the first job that it's been on. Came with this little trailer. Trailer's sweet because they use it for the side by. But we're gonna tee into that spigot right there and run a line down to that barn. I don't know what year it is, but my grandpa had one of these way back in the day, so I think that's why Haas ended up wanting to buy it, because it's the same one that his dad had. And this one's got rubber tracks, so it looks modern. Let's get this old trencher in action. We got the trencher, might as well use it. We have one of those. I feel like if you have one of those, then you probably just use that. So it is better. Camera shy. Well, while he's working on that, I'm gonna try and knock out another little project. We got a little car pad up here, so we had the big X shuffling some bigger boulders so we can build a wall. But we need a huge rock that's way back there, down below, for a culvert pipe area. So I'm gonna grab the bigger machine and see if we can pack it down there with that. It's kind of funny, we got that little trencher here when there's a 45,000 pound excavator also on site doing other jobs. Get the battery keyed on, start it. Well, let's see if you guys can see this big old rock. How we looking? I don't even want to get near that thing. Big old rock. So many gates around here. Get it in there, Emma. Get it. Right here. Come on, dig it. Man, there's two pipes right there. So there's our new line. Ends right here. They didn't even put a cap on it. They said it was actually out here somewhere. So I hand dug this. Come on, Boone, dig it out of there. I'm getting old Boone's here to help us with the ditch here. Learn his lunch. This ditch dug, connected to the trencher's trench. Which ain't that far. Turned out pretty nice actually. Well, with the dog's help, I got 3 pipes found right there. There's one we want. I don't know what those go to, but if you saw in the time lapse, the trencher hooked onto something and it drove up onto the box. It was kind of sketch, but it was that. They didn't even know this was here. They just happened to, pure coincidence, they dug the ditch and stopped right at this pipe, and it happens to be low enough to go underneath it and out that way. I think he's been going for, it's some really rocky crap. This would, I don't know, even with the excavator with a small bucket, as soon as you grab, it would be twice the mess right now. So the trencher is definitely nicer, but it might be slower trenching it, I guess, but it'll be faster to put it all back together. Remember how to use this old girl. It's been a minute. Well, the time lapse picked it all up. Here's why I brought the excavator over here. It's because these little red ribbons mean that there's some power right here. Power company came out here and marked it. It's nice that they had sand. We were trying to pick it up with a metal detector, but that thing wasn't really, you know, take a couple inches off, check it. But there she is right there.
How many inches down is it? Not even 2 feet?
No, it's not even 2 feet deep. And yeah, that thing might have been buried, I don't know, 60 plus years ago.
There you go.
Bury that back. Well, let's see, put it down there in the hole, about 4 inches. Yeah, 2 feet deep. Well, that was nice. Their markers were right on the damn money. All right, this little sucker is not quiet, that is for sure. And this ground is absolutely tough. So right there was irrigation lines. Figured it was a big pipe, and this thing's not really that tough. It's just throwing pipe. They got hung up on a 1 inch, so it was going to bounce off of that if anything. The homeowner showed up with the new pipe for this. This spot right here, it had a big rock in it. There's nothing I can do. We'll see if we can come back with the excavator on it. But the creek valve on this thing is very finicky. Like I said, this first job we've had it on, Dad just got it because, and I mean, it's doing the job. We've been at it for a good little amount of time today. Went to hear some other stuff, but it's not easy digging. We're charging a decent little bit for this thing. Something reasonable, but man, this is some tough ground. Just gotta go pretty much to the barn. Tried to bump start this thing. It's got barely enough to crank, but now he's telling me at the 12. So let's put her fourth. It just takes that shit out of everything. Don't quit it. Very goofy old food. For anybody wondering the difference between what a trencher product leaves, this was really probably the best section out of all the trenching we did. But then this is what happens when the excavator gets involved. Granted, we're digging out rocks, but it's not nearly as tidy. This is more trench stuff. Big water main right there where the pick is. And then just gobs of rock down here. And there's another water thing. Whoever laid this in, it's not a very consistent grid. It's just kind of everywhere. So excavator like found it, but didn't put a hole in it. But anyway, that's the difference. Look how easy this is to backfill. Of course, this is the nice section, good dirt, but versus the areas down there where the excavator is. Not easy to backfill. Can't do it by foot anyway. Finally get her nice and backfilled. All this section right here is all rock. Like I said earlier though, these big pipes are for ditch water. That's seasonal, and these little ones that we put in, look at this, I was able to trench across right here. It wasn't no problem. But that'll tie into something they have here. I don't know what the deal is. Goes down there, they don't want that one buried, but this will be, this and those other ones will be for well water. So we're putting in stuff for the well water system, not for the big irrigation system. Well, I'm gonna load that trencher up, haul it out of here. I got a little job in my house for it, and then take it back to Dad's house. But I'll show you guys. Got all the pipe in, glued together, glued onto the, what was not a capped thing, but we haven't backfilled this. Not in the biggest hurry. Here's where that electrical line was. Ended up finding a bunch of that big 4 or 5 inch or whatever it is water line, but that the excavator didn't even really hurt that stuff when it hit it, and the trencher just threw a track when it ever got to it. Talked her into putting a spigot up right there, midline. Her main thing was so that she could have well water for the barn down here. So that was the main goal of that one. So there's some pretty hard trenching through here, but that little guy managed. If we got into this business of doing this full time, probably upgrade trencher sizes. Even left a cap on one end in case I want to add something to it later on. Like to get one for the skid steer or one for the blue guy or something, but we'll go over here. Pulled a big rock out of the ground and cleaned this whole area up right here. I have some footage of that. Maybe I'll put it in this video. Then over here, tied into that water line up there. and ran it down there. The little trencher did good, but boy, it's like the original skid steer, and those things will just beat the crap out of you. All mechanical kind of stuff. Not the biggest fan, so I'm gonna grab the tools, throw them in the side by. That's what kind of job this is. We've been here over a month, working 5 days a week, just owners just adding stuff to it. So use this thing to shuttle around. But I'm gonna end this one here. Thanks for watching.